Petty Officer Andrew Foley, and this is Petty Officer Cord Curran, and we're both stationed on the Coast Guard cutter Forrest Rednour out of San Pedro, California. Seton Hall Prep students in the STEM Projects course created this solar-powered ocean drifter in order to provide real-time sea state data for their environmental science class. There are currently 3 of these devices in the Atlantic Ocean, but there are no active devices in the Pacific.
So this is really a continuation of last year's project. We had 4 ocean drifters that went out in the ocean so that we can track ocean currents and give that data to our environmental science classes. So what these guys wanted to do last year is deploy drifters, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration deployed them for us. They're tracking them for us, and there's 3 in the Atlantic Ocean. There was 1 in the Pacific. The one in the Pacific got stranded. So now Mr. Lace, who is a volunteer for the Coast Guard, connected us with the Coast Guard, and they're going to deploy now this drifter in the Pacific Ocean for us, and that's pretty exciting. They're going to get some video as well, and so really it's a continuation from last year. And now we can track ocean currents for any school, for our school, for any school. We can track ocean currents in the Pacific as well as our drifters in the Atlantic. One of the really cool things is that NOAA mentioned that one of their own ocean drifters really hadn't been working well for about a week, and they used our high school Seton Hall Prep data for their models that they were creating of the Gulf Stream, and that was awesome that they were using our drifters.
The United States Coast Guard supports high school STEM education and offers exciting STEM-related career opportunities. This joint USCG-SHP effort was facilitated by the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary, the volunteer component of the United States Coast Guard.
This is our drifter. It's used to measure ocean currents. It powers itself using solar power. We 3D printed a drogue that will go underneath the water so that we will be measuring ocean currents instead of wind currents. Because without it, the wind would have too much influence over the drifter. We also 3D printed labels so that we'll be able to recover it, and anyone who finds it will be able to get in contact with Mr. Snyder. Another function of the drogue is that it will right itself. So if this were to ever go upside down and lose power, the drogue will be able to right itself, or right the drifter.
I'd just like to thank, first of all, Commander Sandy Penswater from the Civil Rights Directorate at U.S. Coast Guard Headquarters. She had heard about this project from a notice I sent up the chain of leadership and management in the Coast Guard Auxiliary. And she reached out to me with some people to possibly contact. Commander Penswater got me in touch with Captain James O'Mara, who put us in touch with Lieutenant Commander Caitlin Clemens. And I just want to give a special shout out to those individuals because of them we have this connection to the U.S. Coast Guard.